Well, good morning, everybody. Praise the Lord. We're back at it. What I've got before you right here is the old top shaft. And if we look right here, we'll see the damage. See that chip out of there? There's one, two, three big chunks out of there. It looks like somebody's just trying to shove this in gear, just trying to jam it in gear. And this synchronizer body won't even mesh up there. So when we get into the tractor, we're going to take it apart and make sure we get these chunks out of here. They'll probably lay on the bottom, but we want to make sure that we get them out. Now, when it comes to the little clutch pack, what we want to look for here is on these areas right here, we want to make sure that those aren't mushroomed over. They're nice and flat. And if you read your manual, there's a serviceable rate. So if you got a choice between this pile or the other pile, get your thickest ones because they've got the longest life left in them. Another thing you want to look at is this area right here. You'll see an indent. This is where, if you got a tractor that keeps on popping out of gear, wear right here will cause that. That's what causes that. So, this is our new shaft. Doesn't have all those wretched problems. So what we're going to do today is we're going to assemble this onto here. Another thing I want to show you is on the other two synchronizers, you can't let these come past. What happens is you've got 4 springs in here. These springs and balls that you see right in here, if you can see that, they ride in and off and they hold that in position. Those springs and balls are lots of fun to get in place. So with our new part here, these springs go right up in here, and the ball goes in there. You're going to use this tool right here. This is a JDT4 special John Deere tool. It's a cone for putting these synchronizers together. Without it, it's going to be a lot of fun to get that together if you can do it at all. So if this is allowed to come off the back here and those balls come out, your synchronizer will come apart. If that happens when you're putting your top shaft back in your tractor, if that comes back here and slides off the end there, all those little springs and balls go everywhere and you have a bad day. So the same thing transpires in these synchronizers up here. So what I've done is I've taken a piece of PVC, and I don't have one over here, but I've got, even on these, to hold these together, I've taken a piece of PVC piping that fits and cut it and snapped it down over there so these synchronizers can't come apart. And I can put the top shaft into the tractor with these in place and then just pop them off. So what I've got devised to hold this synchronizer on is a big Panduit strap, a zip tie that I'll run all the way across there, and then when I set this back down to the tractor, I'll cut that off after it's been placed where I want it to be and it's good and secure. So, all that being said, what we want to do is make sure everything's clean. And this is going to go on this shaft like so. Okay? So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we line this up to where this end of the cone is going to be in line with this side, so we can get that on there, line it up, and slide it on with the ball bearings on. Does that make sense? Now, so flat side is going to be up because we'll work those bearings like this. We'll get this cone in here Get everything lined up and ease this on up to where it compresses those springs. We can just slide this right onto the top shaft. So what we want to do is, if we have more than one spring to choose from, we're going to want to line them up and make sure that we have all the same size springs. And make sure they're not damaged. So, I'll put that dude there. We want to go for the longest springs. Up. That one's a wee bit longer. We'll put them over on this side. So we want to use the best stuff we've got out the gate. That one's controversial. All right, so there we go. We want to use these 4 springs right here. I'll take these out of the way. So, we got a little kerosene in a peanut cup. Clean this stuff up a little bit. This shares the oil with your hydraulic fluid. So you want to keep this stuff clean. What I'm going to do, take a little bit of grease. I'll slip these springs in here, but I'll grease the end up. So that ball will stick on there. Spring right there's got a little damage to it. We'll try to go the same length. We'll see how that works. If you've got a problem with the spring, if it's skinned up on the side or looks kind of like it's been damaged, don't use it. Go with another one or replace the springs. I would replace these springs, but I didn't order them with the rest of my stuff, and I'm needing to move along. I'll put some grease on the end there. I can hold these balls in place with the grease. Hopefully. Uh-oh. was forewarned by some John Deere techs of the absolute joy this is to do. So we'll see. We've already lost one. I lost one. Now I've lost two. So, lost two that time. I think you all get the picture. This is going to be a little bit time consuming. So I'm going to go ahead and cut you off right here. And I'll mess with this till I get it. And we'll come back and talk about this stuff again. So thanks for watching. God bless you.